obviously I cannot bring my mother back to life with any of the things that we're doing. But at the very least, what we can do is this. Force people to learn lessons, force Malta to learn lessons, force Europe to learn lessons, and make it a little bit more difficult for a murder like this to happen again. It's hard to think that 2 years have passed because I really feel like it's been one long day. But at the same time, so much has happened, and I think we've managed to accomplish so much under the circumstances that I feel at the same time I feel like I've lived an entire lifetime over the past 2 years. The goal every day is to do something that will move the investigation forward. To do something that will bring us closer to getting justice for the murder itself and justice for my mother's investigations. The fact that the people my mother was investigating had to resort to assassinating her, I think shows how important the work of a journalist like her is. We've been fighting for almost 2 years now to have a public inquiry started to investigate whether my mother's murder could have been prevented, whether the government of Malta knew or ought to have known that there was a plot to assassinate my mother, and whether it created a climate of impunity where this assassination could happen. The government fought us at every step of the way towards this, but finally relented. And under all of this pressure that was created by international organizations or by the general public even, agreed to start the public inquiry. The fact that the government said, okay, we're going to start it, I think is a victory and shows how effective advocacy can be. Going to the Council of Europe, advocating in the Parliamentary Assembly, advocating in the European Parliament. I obviously never imagined myself doing these things, but the fact that we did them, my brothers and I, has really made a difference. Unless you're able to get some kind of satisfaction out of it, or to feel like you're moving things forward, then you're just going to become nihilistic. And I think that's the worst thing that can happen to people in this situation, that you just sort of give up hope and start to think that nothing you can do is worthwhile. But I tend to feel the opposite, that the things we're doing are significant, and they're driving forward the mission for justice for my mother, but also creating a safer environment for journalists in Europe. If we can show that people are prepared to fight back, then I think that makes it a little bit harder to murder a journalist who's doing the kind of work that my mother was doing.